So notice is actually a very short piece of writing which is actually formal in style. You write the notice and then draw a box, or draw a box and then write the notice, that is left to you. But make sure you are enclosing the whole notice inside a box. Give a title for this. Okay, so what is the title? It is an extempore competition that is going to be held. A very warm welcome to all the young minds of Class 12 CBSE. I am Dr. Shalini, your English teacher at Prep School. Today we are here to understand one of the writing skill prescribed by the board. So today we are going to understand about notice writing. Yes, we have done this in one of our previous sessions while doing some question answer, like giving you the solution. So that time we had already done, but this we are going to do it in detail. Okay, so let us understand what is there in today's session. So first we are going to understand the definition of notice writing. Then we will move on to the format of notice writing. Next we will look at a sample notice. At last we are going to understand about the important points that we have to remember while writing a notice. Okay, so let us start with the definition of notice writing. So notice is actually a very short piece of writing which is actually formal in style. Okay, it is written in a formal language. So notice actually draws the attention of people who have come to see that, or maybe it talks about some of the events that are going to be held in that community, or maybe in that vicinity, in that area. Okay, so that is called as a notice. So this notice will actually be pinned up on the bulletin boards, or maybe sometimes it can be stuck on the compound walls also. You must have seen a few important notices that might be stuck on the compound walls, like stick no bills, they say, but still they stick it. Okay, so all that comes under notice. Maybe something is lost, so publish, that has to be made known to the public. So then we publish a notice, and that is stuck on the compound walls, or maybe some public places wherein the people who have common interest can look at that and they can help us out. Okay, so this way, lost and found, or it talks about some important event, or maybe some competition or something. So all these come under notice writing only. Okay, so main thing is it has to be formal in style. So this is the way it has to be written. So let us now understand the format of notice writing. In what format should a notice be written? Okay, so let us begin with the first point we have to remember. The whole content of this notice should be enclosed in a box. Okay, so how do you write it? You have to draw a box first, and then only you'll start writing the notice. Okay, usually a notice will be in between 50 to 80 words. Okay, 80 words is too much. 50 to 80 words it can be covered. Okay, starting from the first, that is the name of the institution, till the designation of the person who issues the notice. So everything together it comes within 80 words. Okay, so this has to be enclosed within a box. Okay, you write the notice and then draw a box, or draw a box and then write the notice, that is left to you. But make sure you are enclosing the whole notice inside a box. So this is mandatory. A box is a must for the notice. So next point is that name of the institution has to be put over here. That is the center of the box. Okay, so that tells us about the name of the institution or any organization that is issuing the notice. Okay, so name of the institution, it can be a school or it can be a college also. Okay, or maybe some organization, suppose a government organization, or maybe a private organization, or any company is issuing a notice, anything for that matter. Okay, it is not that only this has to issue a notice or nothing like that. Okay, any organization or any institution can issue a notice for that matter. So that has to be put in the center, and you can use capital letters also to write the name of the institution. Okay. So next, date of issuing of notice has to be put on the left side of the box. So here what you write is the date. Okay, so date of issue of notice should be put over here. Okay, so any format you can just put it like you can write dd.mm then YY. There is no specific format that you have to follow. You can put a dot, or maybe you can put a slash also, or you can put a dash also for this. Okay, so there is no specific format for that, but you can write the date in any format. Fine. So next we move on to the word notice. So in the center again you have to write the word notice, because you have to tell them what it is. Is it a notice? Is it a letter? What it is? Okay. So the word notice has to be specified over there. Okay. So these are the first three important things you have to keep in mind. Okay. So then we'll move on to the next part. Like we have few more points to be remembered, that is in the format. Okay. So as I said, you have a box and you write the name of the institution here in the center, then the date, then comes the word notice. After that, you can give a title here. Okay. So what do you write in the title? Okay, you have to write it in a catchy way. Okay, so as soon as somebody looks at that, they should feel that yes, I should see what is there in this notice. Okay, for example, suppose you are writing something about some event that is going to be held in your college. Okay, so you can give a very catchy title for that. Okay, suppose you are having a fashion show in your college, you can write fashion divas on stage, you can write. So this way you can give a catchy title for that notice, so that everybody is interested to see what is there. Okay, next we move on to the relevant content. After this title, the content will be placed in the center. Okay, so there you have to have relevant content. Please take only what is necessary. Please do not beat around the bush. No unnecessary contents have to be put there. Only relevant contents have to be inserted. Okay, suppose you are organizing an event. As I said, there is a fashion show that is going on. So what and all are the important things to be put there? First thing is you have to write the date, time and venue, and if you want, you may write who is eligible also, if at all you have any criteria for that. So these are the things you have to keep there. Okay, so these things will be put in the content part. Okay, so as I said, 50 to 80 words, limit your content to 80 words. Okay, so 100 words, if at all you are writing an exam and if at all they have asked you to write up to 100 words, then you can do that. That is within 100 words. If not, please limit your notice to 80 words only. Okay, so make sure you write this notice between 50 to 80 words. Okay, so between 50 and 80 words should be your notice. Okay, so that comprises of the body of the notice. Then what and all, as I said, what and all have to be included? It is date, venue and time that have to be mentioned in the box. Okay, so next, name and designation of the issuing authority has to be mentioned. Okay, so here on the left part, okay, that is inside the box only. Here, as there is no place, I'm writing it below. So the name of the person who is issuing, okay, and also the person's designation should be put here. Okay, so the name of the person is here and his designation, his or her designation. Designation means what post does he hold in that organization or that institution. Okay, suppose he is the school captain, you can write school captain. Okay, suppose he is the CEO, then you can write CEO of that company. Okay, so this way the designation, the post that the person holds, so that has to be put under this designation. Okay, so these are the important things that have to be there in a notice. This is the format of notice writing. Fine. Let us move on to the sample notice. Okay, we can have a look at the sample notice. So this notice is all about an extempore competition that is going to be held in one of the schools in Bengaluru. Okay, so here we have the name of the institution. As I said, it is enclosed in a box. Okay, the sample shows you that the whole notice is enclosed in a box and this is the name of the institution. Okay, so that is written in the center, that is name of institution. Okay, so here it is a school. It can be a company also, as I said. Okay, name of institution, then comes the word notice. Okay, that also has to be in the center of the box and that can be in capital letters. As I said, you can use uppercase to write all these. Okay, so then we have this date. You can write it in this format also. Okay, so better follow this format because it is more formal in nature. Okay, so the month, then the date and comma and then the year you have to write. So whenever you are using a combination of date and year, please use a comma in between. Okay, so you can write the date over there, then give a title for this. Okay, so what is the title? It is an extempore competition that is going to be held. Fine. So extempore competition as the title I have given, and then I am specifying all the details, that is date, time, venue, everything. Okay, so here you can see what is the competition, that is extempore competition, then on which day it will be held, that is 20th May 2022, from what time, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, so this is the time, here is the date, here is the time, and what is the competition is written here, and then where will it be held, here is the venue, school playground, it will be held in the school playground. Okay, so you can write it this way also. If not, you can specify it in different points. Suppose you want to write this part little differently. Okay, you can do that also. So how do you write it differently? You can specify one below the other also. Okay, suppose you want to say an extempore competition is going to be held in the school and please find the following details. And suppose you write please find the following details and then you just put a colon there and then write the date, then the time, and then comes the venue. Okay, this way also you can write and you can end the notice. Okay, so here you are giving an extra detail. Okay, so what is it? It is interested students may submit their names to the undersigned. Undersigned means the person who has signed over here by latest by 23rd April. Okay, so they have to submit it by 23rd April is what is told here. Okay, so that is the last day to submit the names. Fine. So after this, you have to write the name of the person who is issuing the notice and the designation. So Himanshi is the school captain who is issuing the notice here. Okay, so that you have to specify over here. Okay, so this is the sample notice. Okay, so there are few points that have to be remembered whenever you are writing a notice. So what are those important points that you have to keep in mind whenever you are writing a notice? Other than this format, there are few more points you have to remember. So what are those? You can use capital letters. As I said before, you can use uppercase letters for any details, maybe for the name of the institution and for notice, or maybe for captions. Captions means the title what you are going to give. Okay, so the catchy title I said in between you use after the word notice. So there you can use your own, like you can use capital letters and it is left to your creativity. Okay, it has to be short but. Okay, so then date of issuing should be placed at the top left hand corner only. It has to be placed at the top left hand corner only. Okay, to your left at the top corner. Fine. Then the content actually must be within a box. It has to be enclosed within a box, that we already learnt it in the format of this notice writing. Okay. So then put the name of the individual issuing the notice below his or her signature. Okay. Suppose that person is signing, then first the person will sign and then the name should come and then the designation will come. Okay, so this is the order in which it has to be put. Okay, if that person is not signing also, then the name will be put and then the designation. Okay, you can also put SD, that is signed, means the approval of that person who is issuing is taken is the actual meaning. Okay, so his or her signature should be there in parenthesis. Parenthesis means it is bracket. Okay, so that has to be there, then it can be the designation. Okay, so name is optional here. Okay, either this or this, any one can be put over there. Fine. If you are putting SD, then name has to be put. If you are putting name, either you can sign or there is no need of signature also. If you are signing, there is no need of name also. Okay, so that is left to you, but that has to be put in parenthesis only. At last, abbreviations and symbols also can be used. Okay, suppose we are using short form for something, we want to specify something and we are using a short form, that also can be used. Okay, suppose you are using symbols, then that also can be used. Suppose you are using, maybe you want to specify the date, then if you want to use @ symbol, that is for time, you use this for time, right? So that also is permissible. So abbreviations, it is short form, that also can be used. So these are the important points that you have to remember. So all this comprises of a notice. Okay, so notice writing is usually given 4 to 5 marks, which you can get it very easily if you follow the proper format. Okay, so that's all for today in notice writing. Okay, thank you so much. See you. Bye bye.